All right. So, welcome to the final tribal council. It's been a long 12 hours. How we are going tonight, it is time for you three to tell the jury why they should vote for you. So, first, you three will make your statements as to why you should be the sole survivor who outwitted, outplayed, and outlasted all of these people sitting in front of you that you had a hand in voting out. Then each of them will get their chance to ask you three questions about your gameplay or why they should vote for you. Sound good? Let's go ahead and start with the birthday girl, Bridget. Why should you be the sole survivor?
So people are probably thinking that I didn't win as many immunities as Devin, which is fair to assume. I had more of a hand in the tribal immunities, which is when I think it really mattered to keep like the blue strong, which got me to the end, in my opinion. I outplayed because I really put my emphasis on having good alliances and making sure that people knew that they were safe, and then made them not safe because I knew that it was a game in the end and I wanted to be where I am right now, and that's really what got me here. And I think that's the emphasis is that it's a game that you have to play, and I was willing to make those switches, which I really didn't switch on anyone. I was just not quite honest with everyone, which is a version of outplaying and outwitting, in my opinion. I think that's really what got me to this place, and that's why I should win Sole Survivor.
All right, thank you. Ronnie.
Well, I don't think I outwitted anybody, honestly. I just made it to the top, and I think the fact that I made it is a testimony enough, because I got, it was all about the team, and whoever was on the team is in it. Whenever blue came to our team, if I would have gone to blue team, and we're all having a great time. We all win.
All right, Devin.
Well, as Bridget said, her and Zach have run a well blue team. I will admit I was not a part of many of their decisions, but I stuck along, and I was able to win myself the most immunities, which also helped my gameplay. They trusted me enough, I trusted them, and just came down to the very end, and I had to do what was best for my game, which was essentially putting myself on top, winning the battles, and trying to get as many blue team as we could to the top 3. So I'm honored to be here, and I'm honored to play with all of you guys today.
Thank you to the 3 sole survivors. So far, you guys have done a great job. However, only one can win. So now it is time, after hearing those speeches and watching their gameplay for 12 hours, it's time for the jury to ask their questions for you to clear things up on why they should vote for you. Remember, they're the ones in decisions. Voting for Bridget because her burping habits does not count. So, we're going to start off with Luke, our longest standing jury member.
It's a question for both Bird and Devin. Early on in the blue team, I thought we had a real strong Logan alliance, and so really early on, I thought we had a real strong Logan alliance between the blue team. And after that Pong game, I put a lot of shots away, and I put my part in, and I got voted out by a vast majority. And my question to Bird and to Devin is, why was I voted out during that round? Was I a threat? Like, was something going on that I didn't know? that's really my question.
Luke, I love you. It was nothing to do with Pong. You wanted to create alliances with the red from the minute we got pizza, which, oh my goodness. You wanted, yeah, red team. Luke wanted to give you guys pizza. I want you guys to eat, but not that bad.
I ate the pizza.
And once we go to merger, I didn't think he was fully blue.
That's definitely what my answer was going to be. You were way too adamant about creating a peace between us and the red. So as soon as the merge happened, we anticipated you switching over to the red team. So we just had to get you out. It wasn't about your Pong performance. You did great, but it was really just the fact that you were too invested in the red tribe.
My question's for Devin. A lot of people think that you were a follower of Zach and Bridget. So what is something that like set you apart from them? Like they made a lot of the decisions. So like what is an action that set you apart from them, like your gameplay?
I was able to win some immunities, but I also found an immunity that once I knew that the three of us were safe, I went right into where they were and I told them I have it. That way we could figure out which one of me and Bridget was more of a threat to keep safe, which I was more of a threat, which I was also playing off to Garrett a bit, being like, as long as we don't have puzzles, I feel like I can win every single one. So I don't know if he said anything else to anyone else to kind of promote that I was able to do that, or I felt I was. So I kind of sold myself out in a way that I was better at some of the competitions, which ended up allowing me to be here.
So Bridget. Bridget, the jury and I were discussing this for a while, and a lot of them decided to mention that they didn't really think you had a good day today playing Survivor. You didn't really put in your A game. And the fact that you've gotten this far to the final three, which is admirable. No. Do you think you were just given this today because it's your birthday? What are your thoughts?
Interesting point. I love that you brought that up. I think that a lot of people were underestimating me because I was staying kind of behind the radar, like under the radar, if you will. I was talking to Maria, I was talking to Liz, I was talking to Devin, I was talking to Zach. Me and Zach and Devin had like a really strong alliance from the beginning, and I was loyal to that. And I convinced Maria and Liz that I also had a girl alliance with them, but I don't think that it was really a big talking point, which I think is why a lot of people on the other tribe and the jury didn't realize the game that I was playing, because I wasn't super vocal about it when I was voting or when I was like walking around looking for idols. I had like a little tiny alliance with everyone on my tribe and convinced them that I was with them. I convinced Julia that I was with her literally 3 minutes before I voted her out. And I think that's really the game that I was playing, was in my own, like I knew what my alliances were and my alliance knew how strong I was. But then like when it came down to it, I was playing the game for myself, and that's what people didn't see because I kept it to myself. I let those alliances happen, and then when they had to be cut, they had to be cut for my own game's sake, and that's what got me to the final three.
My question is for Ronnie. I feel like you say you don't care about the game and like everyone's happy, everyone's winning. And was that your strategy all along, like saying that you don't care and that it's like not a big deal to win so you could get to the final three? Or do you really not care? So then it's like, do you deserve to win?
I care. So this is the thing. I'm competitive, but I'm not going to hurt somebody else and the sake for my benefit. And so that's the point where I don't care, because it's just a game at the end. But yeah, no, I want to win. Don't get me wrong. And I think I proved myself. The fact that I should have got voted off the first round. Yeah. And then I not only found the immunity, but also told you up front, all of you up front, I found the immunity. And I tried to make all of us win. I did. Didn't work. I was shook. I'm still a little shook.
No, everyone can't win. It's like, really
I live in a utopian world, okay? But it made me to the end, okay? Counts for something.
My question is for everyone. I want to hear about any time that you think that you were not genuine throughout this game.
I think everyone's probably thinking the same situation that I'm thinking of when I wasn't genuine. When I voted out my bestie, my bestie Natessi, Zach. The reason that I voted Zach out when I wasn't being genuine, even though I had full intention of taking him to the end, is I knew he could beat me. We played the same game, we had the same alliance, like we talked to Devin, we talked to Ronnie, we talked to Maria and Liz, like I did all of that behind the scenes work, but a lot of people thought it was Zach, and I knew that he was going to be able to get more votes than me in the end, and that's why I had to bring my shady side out and be not genuine when I voted Zach out.
Well, I never told nobody that I wouldn't vote for them. I think, I don't know, whoever everybody else voted for, I voted for. I guess, is that ingenuine? But you gotta vote for somebody. Right. I voted for everybody that made it to the top 4, so. Except for
Ronnie voted
myself.
for
But
me
I did.
Devin.
And Zach.
And Zach.
Yeah. And that's the tea.
Mine was when I got up out of the seat and walked that way to vote Zach out. Because it was blue team all the way.
They did.
And
That was a big thing.
in all honesty, I feel Zach would have walked away with it. So I had to vote him out.
All right, it's obvious that you guys have outlasted all of us, but I have 2 questions tonight. Bridget, besides being a liar and a backstabber, how do you think, why do you think you deserve to win tonight? And what do you think got you here?
I think along with being a liar and a backstabber, because I'm not going to ignore that I actually did that, I think I was also like very welcoming to my tribe, and I really tried my best to make sure everyone felt welcome, even though I was planning on voting them out. That's, I think, what the game is about. You have to make sure that your tribe is with you, even though you have an ulterior motive. So I was really into my tribe being together, the blue team being like cohesive against the red team, and I was like against the red team the whole time. That's why Devin is sitting here with me, because I wanted it to be blue majority in the end, and I've always been blue strong.
All right, and my last question goes to Devin. You definitely outplayed most of us, but with the people beside you, it's pretty clear that you've been goated here and that you've been carried to the end. What do you think that you've brought to the table that the other players haven't?
If you guys know me as a person, like I kind of stand in the background, absorb information, observe. Why do I need to speak when I can let Zach, which has done a very good job persuading people. Yes, I did follow along, but I mean, I was able to win when I needed. I had teammates who trusted me and I trusted them, and I don't think I need to blow the horn if I don't need to. So why not stay in the shadows and pop out and say boo?
So just a quick recap for the jury here, for each player. How would you best define your style of play, and like what aspects you did the best in?
I would define my gameplay as behind the scenes. I really, at the beginning, was just like really secretive, was like kind of whispering whenever I was forming my alliances, making sure that people were aware that I was still in the group, but not quite like fully in the group. And then whenever we were winning challenges, just making sure that everyone felt like included, but knowing that my alliance was tight after that. I would describe my gameplay as secretive and private when needed to be, but also my challenge play as outgoing and energetic when it also needed to be. That's what I think really helped the blue team win the challenges that they did.
Moment by moment. Whatever they throw at me, I'm taking.
Okay.
I knew that I could win many of them, and I was close to winning many of them. I found my group at the very beginning. I had a few players in mind on both teams, because I know both teams will merge at the end on who I could possibly team up with. And the two that I wanted, or two of the ones that I wanted, came to me. And once I had them, I knew that all I had to do was keep winning immunities, keep them in the game, and we're final four out of the three of us.
I have a lot of things to say, so we're gonna get through them timely. First thing I want to say is, you guys talked about how I was a threat to you for the game and winning the game, but I'm more of a threat to you right now sitting here than I would have been in between you. I want you to know that. I feel like I'm personally, honestly betrayed, and I love you guys outside of this game. I don't want this to feel like it's real beef, but it is real beef right now. So, okay. We literally from the beginning said, this is who's going to the final three. And just because you saw me as a threat, you were like, let's get him out of here. Which I respect. That's how you play the game. But when I told you guys I was gonna switch up on the alliance but chose to stay with you, and you still went against me, I need to know the thought process behind that. And we'll ask all of you.
I had decided that you were better than me in every aspect of this game before you told me that Ronnie was trying to convince you to switch up. And I told myself that I have to vote Zach for the better of my game, because I understand it's like a really tricky situation. I feel like you would have been more of a threat next to me than you are there. It is what it is. If you don't vote for me, that's fine. I get it. I was a shady bitch, but
you played the game.
I was playing the game that I thought was right. Oh, I made that decision before you came to me about not switching up, and I just had to stick with my guns. That was my whole thought process. I just couldn't think that much into it because I would have gotten too much into my head.
Because it was you or Bridget, and I love you, but I mean, besties, you know.
I was feeling good after the last event, and then Bridget came up to me and was like, I have to talk to you. And then she threw into my ear that we had to get you out. And I was like, why? And she threw a few ideas out, which made me think of the people who aren't here who still had a vote. That really played a role. You voiced your opinion and your gameplay so well. I know you and Garrett had some beef, and if I was Garrett, I would vote for you because of how well you played that game. And I had to think of how many votes we would be getting out of the four of us, and I feel more votes would have been persuaded on you from the red team because of your gameplay.
I'm voting for Devin for a couple reasons, but really the most is because he played the best game, the cleanest game, and the most honest game. I love him, even though he's from Canada.
Devin, I think he's sneaky. I think he played the game. He played the game the best out of everyone. So.
I want Devin to win because I feel like even though people view him as a follower, he's made statements and gameplays that made him not a follower. He deserves $70.
I'm voting for Devin. I think he played a really good game. He won a lot of physical challenges. I think he had a good gameplay. I think it was pretty strategic. And I think he deserves the $170.
Piece of shit. You got this far just being Canadian. That's all you did. With a sorry and an A. You have to be fine with it. Devin, I'm voting for you because one, you blindsided me, and two, Bridget, she backstabbed and lied to me, and I don't think she deserves this, and I think Ronnie got carried, so this one's for you, man.
I chose Devin to win
Going into the jury portion of it, he wasn't my first vote, but after him talking about it and explaining how he played the game, I think he played it well, very strategically, and also he won a fair amount and did what he needed to do.
It was blue to the end until you voted me out. You broke the alliance first. I'm finishing the game. Thank you.
I'm voting in Adriana's stead, and I'm voting for Ronnie because Bridget shouldn't win just because it's her birthday.
Right. I want to thank everyone for an amazing season of Survivor. Remember, you want to see your name on these votes. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Ronnie. Devin. That's 2 votes, Devin. 1 vote, Ronnie. Three votes, Devin. 1 vote, Ronnie. Devin. That's 4 votes, Devin. 1 vote, Ronnie. Devin. 5 votes, Devin. The winner of Survivor Bird Island, Devin. Devin, the winner of the 1,000,070.
Thank you. Anything for your fans? Chocolate milk forever.
White bread. What about that?